We're ready.
My seatbelt is mounted secure, not cut, torn, or frayed. It should latch and unlatch properly. My fire extinguisher is mounted secure, not cracked, broken, or damaged. Should be fully charged, not expired. Pin in place, rated A, B, or C. My 3 reflective triangles should be mounted secured, not cracked, broken, or damaged. My spare fuses should be present. My floor should be clear of any foreign objects or debris that could roll under my pedals. At this point, I would do a safety start. Make sure my truck is in the neutral position, my brakes are applied, my foot's on the clutch, and I will start my truck. I'll allow my air to build up between 120 and 140 psi. My windows should be mounted secured, not cracked, broken, or damaged. My mirrors should be mounted secured, not cracked, broken, or damaged, adjusted for my view. My windshield should be mounted secured, not cracked, broken, or damaged. No illegal stickers, no obstruction. My wipers are working properly. My wiper fluid is working properly. My left turn, my right turn, my headlights, my high beams, and my emergency 4-way flashers, they are working properly. My steering wheel. My steering wheel should not have more than 2 inches or 10 degrees on a 20-inch wheel. My electrical horn, or my city horn, my air horn, or my country horn, they are working properly. My ABS light turned on and off when I turned on my truck. My oil pressure should be rising to normal between 20 and 40 psi. My water temperature should be rising to normal. My RPM gauge or tachometer, it is working properly. My voltmeter should be operating between 12 and 14 volts. My speedometer I will check with my service brake test. My fuel gauge, I have enough fuel to reach my destination. My primary and secondary air tanks should be rising between 120 and 140 psi. My heat and defrost. They are working properly. I'll now start my tug test. I will put my truck in first gear. I will test my trailer brake, so I will push in my parking brake. And I will ease off my clutch until I feel a tug. My trailer brake is working properly. I will now test my tractor or parking brake. I will pull out my parking brake and push in my trailer brake and do the same. Ease off my clutch until I feel a tug. It is working properly. I will now do a service brake test. I will push in both parking and service brake and trailer brake. I will pull forward about 10 to 12 feet, hit my clutch and my brake. My service brake, it is working properly. My steering wheel did not pull to the left or to the right. My speedometer rose. It is working properly. I will now begin my lab test. With my truck in first gear and both buttons pushed in, I will turn my truck off and back to the on position. I'll wait for my gauges to settle. I'll begin my lab test. My leaks. With my foot on the brake, I should not lose 4 psi in 1 minute. My 1 minute starts now. It has been 1 minute. I did not lose 4 psi in 1 minute. My alarm. My low air warning alarm should come on at 60 psi. I will begin to fan my brakes. low air warning alarm is on. It is working properly. My buttons should pop out between 20 and 40 psi. I'll begin fanning my brakes. My buttons have popped out. They are working properly. I will now complete a safety start. I'll push my clutch in, put my truck in the neutral position, and start my truck. I've now completed my in-cab and brake test.